Stop making boring chatbots. Hi, I'm Dan from RocketTools, and welcome to the channel. Today, what I'm going to do is show you how to create an exciting chatbot by integrating two different tools, Formwise and Typebot. I think the days are gone of having a boring two-dimensional chatbot where you're just engaging in conversation back and forth. Today, and maybe this is because we're storytelling consultants, we help companies tell their story. Today, it seems to us that users really want personalization, they want interactivity, they want engaging content even within a chatbot. Now, they want value, so that's probably number one, but you can certainly make that environment and that experience a lot more exciting by doing some cool stuff. And today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to integrate two of my favorite applications, Typebot and Formwise. Now, first off, I am not an affiliate with either one of these. I pay full price. Now, I have been an investor, an early kind of adopter of these technologies early on. So I've been using them for a long time, but they are phenomenal companies. I have no financial stake in them, but I can highly encourage you to go and check them out because I think they're probably two of the lowest cost, easiest to learn applications that are like this on the market. And by putting them together, you get something kind of magical. So let me show you a little bit about what these are. So what we're going to do today is create a chatbot that is a little smarter, that is, has the ability to be a little bit more engaging. Now, this looks like a typical chat flow. Hi, let's create some content. What kind of social media content would you like to create? So in this particular example, I've got 4 buttons here, and each of these is linked to an OpenAI prompt. So when someone clicks on this, they're going to actually interconnect with OpenAI. So let me show you how this works. We're going to open up a screen here. What type of topic do you want your Facebook caption to be about? We could say we want this to be about zoo animals are a great way to spend a holiday. I don't know what that means exactly, but we're going to see what happens. And immerse yourself in wildest holiday, perfect venture of fun and learning. Okay, so it wrote that. Now, you could actually click start over, or you could click start over here and go back to the 3 buttons again. Now, first question is, could you build this just in Typebot? Sort of. You certainly can build a connections in Typebot that connect to OpenAI. And we've built quite a few smart chatbots over the last year, just using the integration that's within Typebot, which is phenomenal. So you can integrate OpenAI really easily. But what you can't do easily is create this window into OpenAI where you can actually work in this environment. So if you were building this for a client that needed to generate maybe multiple different Facebook captions, this is a way for them to go directly into OpenAI and they can just keep working. So now you could actually say something like, the food at the zoo is often not optimal. I don't know what that means either, but we're just going to see. So I can actually rewrite that particular prompt with OpenAI directly here in this chatbot without having to engage in any additional conversation. So what the chatbot has done is opened up a window for me to engage in OpenAI. And we've done that by integrating a solution called Formwise. So let me tell you a little bit about these two applications. We're building this entire bot experience in Typebot. Now, Typebot is a visual chatbot builder. It's my favorite. I am not a developer. I am not a programmer, and I figured it out. But you can build some amazingly complex chatbots using Typebot. And when I say complex, we've got chatbots that have hundreds of different bubbles, connections, changes, different applications that are all built into the same chatbot. We've got one chatbot that's connected to OpenAI. It's connected to the Azure model. We've embedded videos. We've got text to speech, chat with image, all embedded within the same chatbot. That's the kind of engagement that you can create with this particular application. I think it is really amazing. The ability to connect it with multiple different platforms is really cool. And then the final thing is an amazing Discord community. So any of these applications will fall flat with me if there's no support. But the ability to get support on Discord with this tool is really great. And the developer Baptiste is very responsive. So when people come up with new ideas, he jumps on it to try to implement it and make the application actually better. The other program that we connected it with is Formwise. Formwise is a tool that it was developed by two guys named Javier and Sean, and they are spectacular. And it allows you to create your own white label AI tool for any use case. But I'm going to go a little further, and I'm going to tell you that it will allow you to create your own white label SaaS. You could actually build an entire business with this tool. And for the price, you're really not going to find a better way of implementing OpenAI into your product stack than something like Formwise. They offer a 7-day free trial, and I will tell you the uptake on this tool has been just spectacular. And you're going to see why is because it's so easy to use and it's so easy to deploy. Couple things really were what drew me to this tool. And the first is that you can deliver your AI tools in a really clean interface. So you can deploy a single prompt tool to a client, or you can deploy a suite of tools. And that's why I'm saying you can actually build a SaaS business entirely with Formwise, because you can have a suite of AI tools that you can deploy to clients as a solution. There's very few tools that can do that on the market. And to do it in such a way that's easy to build and easy to integrate, I just haven't seen it. The second thing that just blew me away with this tool is the ability to do prompt chaining. Now, you can certainly do this in other tools. There's one that I often get confused when I'm talking about them called Formwise, which we use a lot to build chatbots, which allows us to do prompt chaining. Prompt chaining for the newer folks to OpenAI is basically the ability to ask queries to OpenAI in a stepwise fashion. The classic example is writing a blog post. So maybe the first query is create an outline for this particular topic. So AI creates an outline. The second one may be something like, now, given that outline, write a paragraph for each of those headings. So now AI will create a paragraph for every one of those headings. And maybe the third prompt is, based on all of this information, create an FAQ section complete with questions and answers. So by doing the prompt in a stepwise manner, you get a crazy level of content that is just really cool and what you can create. The other thing that I like about Formwise is that it includes over 120 pre-built AI tools. And that's what I'm saying. You can launch a SaaS business with the tools that are included with a set. I actually think it's more than 120 now. There are just a tremendous number of prompt tools that are pre-built into the platform. And within minutes of signing up, you can deploy them in a website in multiple different ways. The cost is relatively expensive. We have the agency plan, but you can see, even if you just jump in at the creator plan, very low cost for the level of responsiveness that you can actually get with the tool. Fortunately, the website has my picture on it, but don't let that be a negative. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to integrate Typebot in Formwise to create that cool tool. And we're going to build a really simple one live today on YouTube, but you can get incredibly more robust. You can create your own prompts. You can create a lot more styling around the chatbot, but I want to show you how to do it because I think it's something that I think you can do yourself. And I'm just going to show you how fast it is. So we're creating a new Typebot. That's what it's called. And we're going to create it here on the canvas. Anytime you jump into Typebot, you're going to be started with a blank canvas and a start button. Now, I'm not going to do a complete Typebot overview. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube that will show you how to use Typebot. There's one particular developer who's just spectacular at walking through every step and showing you how to create some really amazing content. Today, what I'm really going to try to do is to show you how to integrate two different solutions so that you can create your unique, engaging chatbot. Now, If you've got no experience with Typebot, I still think you're going to find all you need to do to create it right here. But I would encourage you that the depth of these two applications is so extensive that YouTube has a tremendous amount of knowledge that you can really gain from that. So here's how it works, and we're going to show you how fast it is to create it. So we got the start button. Everything in Typebot that you're going to need, you just drag over. So this is truly no code. It's just kind of drag code, if you want to think about it. And so the first thing we want to do is we want to create some text. And we want a smart, engaging chatbot to be engaging. So the very first thing we like to do is say hi. And the second one is we can help you create perfect social content. And I like to label things. So I'm going to call this FormWise Start. So we've created our first bubble. Now, I'm going to do something here. It's going to show you later why I did it, but I'm actually going to add one more piece of text, but I'm not going to connect it. I'm going to put it over to the side, and it's going to say something like, what kind of content do you want to create today? Question mark. We're going to label this one FormWise Intro. We're going to call it. Okay. Now, in a minute, I'm going to show you later about why I did this, but you're basically going to have this text that's kind of connected. Now, once you've done these initial text elements, this is how easy it is in Typebot to connect them. You literally drag the start button to this bubble, and you drag this button to this bubble. Now, we've created the start sequence. Now, I'm going to show you something else. You can test it really simple, which is great when you're building chatbots. You don't have to go out. You don't have to copy and paste it. But you can see it's written the content that we wanted it to create. Now, once we've done that, we want to give people a choice. Like, what would they actually want to create? So we're going to build a very simple chatbot today with just 3 choices, but you could create it with 20 choices if you wanted to. You could create sub choices if you wanted to do something like that. And we're going to use the buttons icon within Typebot. And we literally drag it, we connect it to this text, and we're going to start labeling the things we're going to create. And I'm going to basically, the very first one I'm going to build is going to be a Facebook caption generator. That's number 1. We can click the plus button, which is right here, and we can add a second one. And we're going to say Instagram script, or we'll say Instagram reel script generator. And then we're going to add another one. And maybe this one's going to be a LinkedIn post generator. Okay. So at this point, if we tested it just to see what it's going to look like, it's going to show our text. And now all 3 of these buttons are going to show. So these buttons are now interactive elements for people using our chatbot that could actually go to the next step. Now, the question is, where are they going to go? Well, what we're going to do is use a really cool solution within FormWise, and we're going to take the prompts that are pre-built within FormWise, and we're going to embed them within this chatbot. And we're going to do that using another display button up here, a bubble that's called Embed. And so all we have to do is pull it out here, and we're going to basically type in, we're going to use this bubble here to put the embed code for the Facebook caption generator. We're going to build one for the Instagram reel script generator and one for LinkedIn. Now, one little cool tool that you can see in Typebot is the copy tool. I can actually click that twice, and I can actually just copy this embed tool 3 times. So I have it all kind of built just like this. And if you wanted to get rid of them, all you have to do is do this. Now, I'm going to show you one other little trick here too, is after we put the prompt in here, people might want to go back to the beginning. So how do you do that? Well, you've got to add another button, and maybe the button is going to go right here, and it's just going to say something like start over. Now, we've built the basic kind of text. So here, if you give you an example, if they click Facebook caption generator, it's going to bring them to this particular bubble. I'm going to show you how to do the embedding in just a moment. And then when they're completed with that task, if they want to start over, they can click the button here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to copy this 3 times because we've got 3 different actions that we can put within our chatbot. And we're going to build these out. So in the very first one, this is going to be our Facebook caption. And I usually use the word completion. That lets me know that this is where the action is taking place with OpenAI. For this one, it's going to be our Instagram reel. And I'm just going to say completion. And for this one here, it's going to be our LinkedIn post completion. So we have built the frame of this particular bot. And all we have to do at this point is connect the bubbles just like this. Okay. And then the final thing within Typebot is that when people click this start over button, we want to take them back to the beginning. So one of the reasons that I split this text out from the actual start text is that it would be great to take them back here. So if somebody clicks start over, we don't tell them hello again because we've already said that. So we actually can it's subtle, but actually make a little bit of a smarter bot by bringing them back to this FormWise intro. And the way we do that in Typebot is we actually use something called a jump. And we bring the jump over here. And actually, I like to title it jump or something like that. If you've got a very complicated chatbot, you might want to show where you're actually jumping it to. And the jump we want to take it to is we're going to bring it to FormWise intro. That's the block that we want to bring it to, which is going to be this section right here. Now, once we're there, we've dragged the start button here, the start over buttons, going to be go. We're just going to connect them to the jump. And at this point, we have built a fully functional chatbot within Typebot. The only thing that's missing is we haven't added the connection to FormWise, which I'm going to show you how easy that is to do. So we're going to jump over to FormWise for a minute. So let me kind of back out here and just kind of show you what you actually get when you go to FormWise. This is the workspace. And in this particular workspace, you can see the hundreds of different tools. Now, it's easy, and I've seen other YouTube videos say, well, these are just different prompts. It's more than that. These could be prompt chains that have been built. So that's not necessarily just a prompt. Now, the ones today I'm going to show you, they're just a simple prompt, but it could be much more complicated than that. And so this just shows you all of the tools that you have available. And again, it goes on and on. So, I mean, I'm not going to go through all of them because we're going to focus on these today, but I'm going to show you how kind of easy it is to embed and use them. Now, I'm going to go through the Facebook one a little bit more in detail, and then I'm just going to show you how to connect the other two. But let's jump in here. So we're going to click on this Facebook caption generator. And this is going to be the back end of that particular action within FormWise. And you've got 2 sections. You've got the form. That's actually what the user is displayed. And then you have the prompt. And this is where you actually write the particular AI prompt. Again, not going to go into great detail on how to use FormWise. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to integrate it with Typebot. But it's still really easy to change this prompt. So if you wanted to go in here and maybe change the prompt around, it's really easy to do it. But today I'm just going to show you how to do the implementation. So let's jump back over to the form. And there's a couple things that I want to point out to you because they're easy things to miss. The first one is you can decide whether or not you want to include the FormWise branding. I don't really have a problem with that if I'm embedding this tool on a website. But within a chatbot, it kind of adds more real estate usage, if you will. So I think it's kind of better to turn it off. And then secondly, because we're displaying the results in the same action in which we are asking the question, you want to make sure that you've got display results turned on. So this is the actual form. It's going to say, what do you want the topic of your Facebook caption to be about? We could test it within FormWise. We could change the prompt again. We could do all kinds of things related to the theme. But the thing I want to show you today is to go to the share setting. And in the share setting within FormWise, you can share an iframe code if you're embedding it on a website. But I'm going to use this particular direct link. And here you just click copy code. You go back over to your your particular type bot that we're working on, and we go to this embed box and we paste our link. That's all we do. Pasted that FormWise link. I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger. I don't know that you have to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. And we have now embedded FormWise into Typebot just by copying and pasting that direct link. So let's go back over here and let's go out back to our tool set again. And we've done Facebook. Let's do Instagram. And all I'm going to do here is go down to the share button, and it's going to directly open that up. I can click copy code, go back over, and now we're doing the Instagram. And we go in here, we click paste, and I'm going to change this to be a little bit bigger. And let's go back over to FormWise again, just to our main screen. And now we got the LinkedIn post generator, and we're just going to go to share. We're going to hit copy code. We're going to go back over to Typebot, into embed, and we're going to paste the code there. Now, I watch a lot of videos where people are building things, and they always do the thing like, hey, I'm going to finish these actions and I'll come back and let you join me later. I didn't do that here by intention because I wanted to show you how easy it is to implement FormWise into Typebot. It's really cut and paste from the main toolset screen. So let's cross our fingers and let's see kind of how this works. So I'm going to click publish just because that's like clicking save, and let's click test. So there's our intro sequence asking us to build the perfect social content. Let's do the Facebook one first and let's see what happens. And it's going to create what do you want the topic or Facebook post caption to be about. So it is opened within this window, an interactive element that connects me to OpenAI. And we could say this could be dog walking for fun and exercise. Okay. We click submit. It's gathering the answers. It's generating the content. And there's our Facebook caption. We wanted to start over. We can click start over and we can stay within this window within the chatbot. That is what's so cool. I'm not having to go through a bunch of other dialogue with the chatbot. I can literally go right back here and I can ask it a completely different question, or like, trips are great ideas for anniversary gifts, and click submit. And it's going to generate me another caption. So there we go. And this one complete with hashtags. Now, if I click start over, it's going to jump back to this particular bubble here. What kind of content do you want to create? Now I could actually pick a LinkedIn post. And I could, what do you want my LinkedIn post to be about? And I could say something like, our new business of dog walking using segways. Click submit, and it's going to write us a LinkedIn post. And actually, you see this one's got this kind of information down here. Pretty lengthy post for LinkedIn. So now I'm going to show you something really cool. You can click copy and copy this entire content. So let's try this and see what happens. Recopy that content. And now I'm going to click start over. This time I'm going to pick Instagram Reel. And it's going to ask me, what type of topic do you want to write the script about? My dog walking business using segways. Could have gone back up and copied it again, but I'm not going to do it. And you're going to see within a matter of minutes, I've actually created 3 pieces of unique content using OpenAI within a chatbot that is interactive. I don't know about you, but that's pretty cool. And I did it in just a matter of minutes using these particular tools. Now, this is a obviously very simple chatbot, but this could be incredibly creative, meaning that you could, within FormWise, you can actually embed documents or knowledge bases. And so, for instance, if you wanted to build a knowledge base on, say, social media advertising best practices, and you had a way for people to post in a Facebook ad, you could actually have a criticism of a Facebook ad using the knowledge that you embedded within the chatbot. That's actually incredibly smart solution that you could deliver to a client. So it could either be something that is available on your website as a lead magnet. It could be something that is available to a client for them to use as utility. So once you've built it, you can make a lot of changes within Typebot. You can change the template. So you can, if you want a dark theme, different kind of galleries and things like that. You can change the settings. Probably one of the biggest settings that we talk about is the typing emulation. So if most people today are going to know that they're dealing with OpenAI or with not a real person on a chatbot, but still the subliminal message that's sent where things don't just appear immediately, that it looks like someone's actually typing it, helps to tell your story better. And then finally, one of the greatest things about Typebot is the ability to share it. Tremendous number of integrations from Shopify, WordPress, all kinds of things. Like you can iframe it. We often use the HTML bubble. And here you can put, again, a chat bubble on the website. You can do a pop-up. You can do a standard HTML implementation where you can just use code. You can actually make it full screen so that you can actually share the full screen with someone. So this is how easy it is to build a smart, engaging chatbot. In other words, not a boring chatbot, using two simple off-the-shelf tools that are easy for a non-coder to utilize. And I would tell you this has got to be on your agenda when it comes to building chatbots. These two programs are both inexpensive, easy to understand, easy to implement, easy to use. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you do like this kind of content, then be sure and like and subscribe to this video. Also, if there's other things you'd like to see done with chatbots to make them better storytellers, leave that in the comment section. That's where we get our information that we build these videos from. And until next time here at RocketTools, we'll see and talk more about how to tell stories using technology.